everyone, this week I'm going to be sharing my ways to keep on top of your minimalism journey and how to stop the clutter from building up. First of all, I think it's really important to get rid of any sort of surfaces that just become places to just hoard stuff, and if that's not possible, then either get really strict on yourself and just as soon as you see anything getting on there, that you either sort it out straight away, or ideally there's just like a rule that nothing goes on there. Or if you can't do that, if space is really an issue, kind of use that an area so that stuff can't be put on there. So for instance, on top of my fridge, it just became an area where stuff used to just get dumped on there, stuff that I didn't know quite what to do with. It just kind of got shoved on top of the fridge. So what I did with that space is, obviously I didn't want to get rid of my fridge, is I put a plant on there that I knew I wanted to keep, as well as a couple of other items that I knew I wanted to keep, which were all like quite tall, and I knew therefore I couldn't end up just placing loads of stuff on there, loads of lettuce and stuff, you know, because I couldn't clearly stick them on top of a plant. So just kind of either get rid of excess tables, any sort of areas, you know, if you've got drawers that on top of them you don't really need the drawers, but on top of them you just end up using as a dumping ground, or a table, any sort of area that becomes a dumping ground, you either need to get rid of it, you either need to get really strict on yourself and not allow stuff to be put on there, or if it does get put on there, you sort it out really quickly, or you place something on there that you know you want to keep, which means other stuff can't therefore be placed on top of. You've got to get a bit savvy and just not put yourself in a situation where the clutter can build up. It's important that you do regular sweeps, so stuff will just accumulate in your home. People will give you stuff, your kids will come home with stuff, it's just, you know, stuff will come through your letterbox, like stuff will just somehow accumulate. So you've got to do regular sweeps, whether it's weekly, whether it's monthly. You can go around with a box, it doesn't matter how you do it, but just get rid of stuff regularly. You just got to kind of get into the habit of noticing when stuff's building up, when the clutter's building up, and just kind of nip it in the bud before it becomes a really overwhelming situation of stuff to get rid of. If you constantly need more storage, then you probably just have too much stuff. Now I know some of us live in quite small home stuff. My home is really quite small, but at the same time I still had a lot of stuff, and I still do have stuff that doesn't make me happy, so I'm constantly working to get rid of it. And before I buy like extra storage now, I will make sure that there's no excess items before I buy anything to put anything in, because if you constantly need to buy stuff to put stuff in, then you need to make sure that you ensure that it's kind of a worthwhile investment, that you're investing in stuff to put stuff in that you actually want to keep. Otherwise you're just kind of throwing money away with no real value, you know, you're just chucking money away to buy storage items, to place stuff in it that you don't really love. So it's really important to organise and clear stuff before we buy stuff. I think a lot of us can do this the wrong way around. Think, right, I'm going to have a really good so I'm really going to organise stuff, so I'm going to buy stuff so that I can make it all nice. It's the wrong way to do it, because then you've just kind of put yourself in like a false position where you think you've got more space than you have, but really it's just masking that you're hoarding stuff. Just be really careful of that trap. Give everything a home. Everything that you kind of love and you value, you'd really want to look after, so therefore it would have a home. If you've got random stuff that doesn't have a home, you either need to give it a home or you need to get rid of it. That really helps you just kind of stay organised and to stay on top. Like if you have stuff where you don't know where to put it, you need to create a space or you need to get rid of, because if it's just like thrown around somewhere, you really don't value it that much. You might as well just get rid of it. Everything you love, you would give it a home. You know, you think about things that you really value, you don't want them to get broken, you don't want them to get destroyed, so therefore they're given a home. Everything should have a home. If it doesn't have a home, get rid of it or give it a home. It's as simple as that. List before you buy. Anything that you sort of want, make sure you really want it. So write it on your phone in the notes app. This is what I do. And then if I've forgotten about that item, I really didn't want it that much, it would just become another item that would just end up clutter in my home. If I'm constantly thinking about that item, then I know it's like probably something that I'm really going to want, that I really value, so then I buy it. But I just really stop myself buying impulse buys, things that are just on offer, on sale. Like if I wouldn't pay full price for it, I probably think I'm getting a deal, but really I've only bought it because it was cheap, and therefore I don't really value it because I'm not willing to pay full price for it. If it's like something that you really like and it's been on your list for a long while and it comes in on offer, then it's generally a bargain, so buy that item by all means. But just don't buy things for impulse because they seemingly cheap, because cheap stuff ends up becoming just crap in your home. Sort through your post as soon as you get it, because letters, paperwork, all these things pile up really quickly, and before you know it, you've just got a heap of stuff to sort through. The one in, one out rule works really well. So before you kind of buy anything or you accept something, then have a system in place that if you're going to take this item in, you get rid of something else, and that will make you really think about it before you buy it. Like, do I want to get rid of something? If you don't want to get rid of something, maybe don't bring it into your home. Also, a lot of people have like a certain amount of hangers, and once they reach that amount, then they get rid of something before they bring something in. It just really helps, you know, stopping your wardrobe from kind of exploding out with clothes that you just never ever wear. So one in, one out rule works really well. Everything you plan to get rid of or do a project with, give it an expiration date, otherwise it will just sit there and you mean to give it to somebody, or you mean to sell it, or you mean to do that project with those items, and actually it really never happens. You just procrastinate and feel rubbish because it's just another job that you've just not got around to doing. So give it an expiration date, and by that time, if you haven't done it, then you haven't made it a priority. It's really not that important to you. It's not really adding value. You just donate it, you just get rid of it. Like, give everything a date in which it needs to be completed by, and see it through. Consider multi-purpose items. This will really reduce the amount of items in your home and really reduce the amount of sort of stuff and clutter and the things you need to tidy and need to sort out. So for instance, I use coconut oil for beauty purposes and for food and everything, and I use it in multiple ways. I did a whole video on the beauty ways that I use this, but any item that can be multi-purpose, really consider going multi-purpose, because it will really reduce the amount of contents, you know, in your kitchen, your bathroom, you know, it really cuts everything down. So really sort of start considering multi-purpose items. Don't just accept everything that's offered to you. So family, friends, people just want to give you stuff, and that's a really beautiful thing to do. But really think before you accept anything. Like, do you really want it? Are you going to value it? Because if you're just accepting everything, then sometimes that's a lack mentality, which doesn't create any sort of value in our life, and it certainly doesn't create any happiness. Just taking stuff because you think, oh, it's free, so I must take it, like it's, you know, a bargain. It's not if it's going to make you miserable. When stuff just starts building up in your home and you've got more stuff to organize, more stuff to clean, and you're surrounded by stuff that doesn't make you happy, that's not adding any value to life. Obviously, rather than having like physical DVDs and physical books, all of this will create more space in our home.